Another reason why Donald Trump's 2024 presidential campaign is already kind of going down in flames is the fact that he has no money. Which is a weird thing to say about Donald Trump because, as we all know, his political action committees have been raising a ton of money over the last couple years. Well over $100 million, currently sitting on more cash than any other person running for office, with the exception of Ron DeSantis, who has, I think, about $50 to $60 million more than Donald Trump has. But other than Ron DeSantis, Donald Trump, sure, he's the front runner with the money. The problem he has is that he can't touch any of that money for his own campaigns because of the way those political action committees are set up. Now, he did attempt to move $20 million into his new Make America Great Again Incorporated super PAC that he could use to spend on his campaign. That resulted in him getting hit with a massive complaint filed with the FEC. So there's some legal problems that have now arisen from that. But he has to get more money. Even if he does get to keep the $20 million he switched over, that's not much in the world of politics. So where does he turn? Well, according to new reports, he cannot turn to the same billionaires that had been funding him for a couple years because they're all sick and tired of him. According to a new report from the Daily Beast, Donald Trump has basically tapped out all of his billionaire donors because they no longer want anything to do with him. In fact, according to reports from the last few months, most of these billionaire donors, the people giving more than $200 to a campaign, and I know that sounds weird the way I phrase that, but trust me, that's kind of what they're calling it here. They've already moved on to Ron DeSantis. It's one of the reasons he has so much money in his political action committee, because all the billionaires went to him. The majority of the donations that Ron DeSantis has for his political action committee are over $200. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, the majority of his donations are under $200. So in order for Donald Trump to raise the kind of money he needs to raise for his campaign, because he can't turn to the billionaires who hate him now, he has to go back to those small money donors. The problem he has with that, of course, is that you've tapped them out, bro. They don't have a whole lot of money left to give. And of course, you signed up a lot of them to give recurring monthly donations to your other political action committees. And it's going to be very hard to explain to them why they need to give money to a different group of yours when they're already giving money to one group of yours. They're not going to understand the intricacies of campaign finance law. They're going to be like, well, Trump's asking me for money. Oh, but I'm already giving him money each month. Okay, so I'm fine. So his political action committees, Save America and the whatever the other stupid name is, they're going to keep tapping the same donors, and those donors are going to give that money thinking it's going to Donald Trump's presidential run, but he won't be allowed to touch that money. And then when he asks for more money, again, they're going to look at it and be like, well, I'm already giving you money. And Trump's not going to take the time to explain to people like, well, actually, the money you're giving me is going to this group that I'm not legally allowed to touch. You have to get, like, that's not going to happen. So you're going to have a lot of people giving money to Trump who don't realize they're not actually giving money to Trump, which is going to make it very difficult for him to keep getting money for his campaign from his small money donors. He made it that way himself, and now he's going to have to suffer the consequences.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.